Hey guys, Eli Swagger here, and today I'm going to be talking about tips you need to know for buying gear as a musician. So the first thing you need to do is you need to determine what you need for what you're doing. So if you're going to be doing live stuff, you're definitely going to want a different set of things than you're going to need for doing studio recordings. And then there's the question of whether you're going to do studio recording professionally or just for a demo, and those all play a huge role into what you're going to be buying. As far as as a general rule of thumb, always buy quality. Never buy the cheaper knockoff brand, because you're always going to be replacing that eventually anyways, and it just ends up being more money in the long run. That was a huge mistake that I made. I bought a $50 microphone that was on sale for $25. I bought a set of 2 microphones that was on sale for $70 instead of the $300 microphone that was on sale for $150. So buying quality, even if you're getting less equipment, is always better. Where you can cut corners a little bit is in the software for a little while, because software isn't necessary for recording live instruments as much. It is necessary for having good sounds that are built into it that you can add later. But for starting off, just getting a good recording of your instrument is usually the most important. If you're going to be doing any kind of producing, however, producing or recording other people's music instead of recording your own, you're definitely going to want to shell out for good software that records, good microphones, a good interface. If you're singer-songwriter, you can usually deal with a 2-input interface pretty well, because you're really only going to need, if you're going to record your guitar in stereo with microphones, that's fine, or if you want to record it with a mono mic and a line-in, that's fine. 3 would be better, but 2 would work out just fine for a singer-songwriter type deal, and then using whatever else you want in your software. As a general rule of thumb for buying instruments, never buy instruments online. Just don't do it unless it's a piano and you like a keyboard and you test out that model in the store and then go buy it online. That's fine, because there's not going to be a huge difference between models. But guitars, never buy a guitar online unless it's under $50. Never buy anything under $50 online unless you've tested it out in the store. And then the final tip I have is learn how to properly care for your instruments and all the equipment that goes with it, all of your microphones and such. Such as condenser microphones should always be in a case. If they're left out, they'll get dusty and they'll have problems with the plate that moves around eventually. They're also sensitive to humidity, so if they get moist on the inside of the capsule, then they'll not work very well and you won't be able to use it until it's dried out. Dynamic microphones are a little bit more robust, so you can leave those out pretty without having to worry about it. Cabling is super important. Learn the over-under technique for XLRs and 1/4 inches. Power cords or whatever, but try to stay organized. That way you won't have a huge tangled mess of cords. Never buy cables that are cheap either. That's a huge mistake that I made, because cables that are cheap always break within a month or 2. And I just had to buy new ones. Livewire, I have a lifetime warranty. I've never had one break, but supposedly if they do break, you can just take it in and say, hey, this broke, and they'll replace it, as long as you keep the case that it came in. So those are my tips for buying gear as a musician. If you have any other tips that you would give other musicians out there, then put it in the comments below. If you have any questions for me, also comment below. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. This is Eli Swagger, signing out.